Hello everyone, good day and welcome to this channel. So today we are going to look at how to uh, fix our data set or clean our data. So I have done a fair set of data cleaning. So if you have not watched it, you go back into our playlist and then you watch that so that you can get more insight into this one as well. So this one is a data set that we are going to work on today. So this is our data set. The name of our data set is I think financial loan. Yeah, I think it's financial loan or something. Okay. So financial loan data set. Okay. So today this is what you're going to work on. You're going to clean this data. So first of all, as I told you earlier, before you make any cleaning process, you need to make a duplicate of your data set so that if there is any mistake, you can go back to the original copy and then start from there again. So let me make a duplicate here. I come here, there's it, move or copy. Which one am I going to make a duplicate? Data set. Then I check this one. Okay. And then I have a duplicate. So this one is the original one and this one is the duplicate. Okay, so let's move on into our data cleaning process. So today let's look here. The data, we have data headings, we have ID, address page, application, employee, employment length, employee title, grade, and then what have you. So there's a dictionary here. So this dictionary explains each of the columns in the data set. Okay, so the headers of the data set. So the ID, unique identifier for each loan record, address underscore state, abbreviation of the state where the borrower resides. So if you go through this dictionary, you understand each header. Okay, what each is doing. Sometimes if a dictionary or much more like something like a key is not given to you, it makes it very difficult for you to make a meaningful impact or meaningful interpretation from the data set. But this one, you are very lucky to be provided this one. So just take your time and go to this one and then get more insight. So let's go to our main work for today. So now let's look here. You can see that there are some, empty cells that we need to deal with, and then when we look at the columns too, the arrangement of the data entries are also not right, so we have to fix them all. Okay, so first let's look at how to fix the date. Okay, let's look at how to see that this format is nice. Okay, so let me go to this one, the last underscore credit pool. Yeah, good evening. Alright, so before we can also proceed with that one, I would just like to also convert the entire data set into a table so that anything that I make, I can just, move on faster without, needing to drag and then see all the data. So let's go to insert and then form a table here. Okay, so this is the size of our table. Nice one. So I've been able to create my table by using the insert tab there. So this is the date that you want to, fix it. Okay. So you can use several ways to, fix this data. Okay. So first one, I'm going to use text to column. I go to data, enter text to column. So here I make sure that delimited is, checked. I go to next, make sure that none of this tab is checked. I move forward. When I come here, I check that it is date. Then the date, how I want my date to appear. Let me see year, month, and day. Okay. Then I click finish. Quickly, hope you can see that that one is done very nicely. Or better still, you can use the keyboard. You can use a formula. Okay. You can use a formula. So let me create a column between this one. Insert. Yes, a column. Then I use this function equals uh, value date, sorry, date value, and I come here text, and then it says I pick the first cell, and then I give it the format that I want the date to be. Okay, so DD means the day, month, Y is the year. Okay, Don't forget your quotation, okay? And then you close it. Then hit your enter. Once you hit your enter, it has generated it nicely for you. This one, I don't need to, I mean, put your cursor here and double click to generate all because I have, made my data set to be in the form of a table. So it makes it very quick and then very quick and it is very easy to achieve that one. Okay, good. So any way that you want to go about, you can use that one to create that. Cell or that color. So you use this one to achieve all of them. Okay, so any one that you use, you are good to go. All right, nicely. So you have been able to fix our date columns. So now you have been able to fix that. That one is clean now. All right. Okay. So now let's move on and then see the employee length. Oh, sorry, the employee title. You can see that there's a mix of, uppercase and lowercase. So this one I'm going to use the proper, okay, the proper function. So we create a column there. Then let's use equals. Let's first trim it. Trim. So that process that you know already. Good. So you have been able to trim it. After that, then we copper it. Okay. Let's go to copper equals copper this function. So the same thing. Good. So after that, you are going to copy the entire column. Okay. Let's start from here. Control. Then you press Control plus Shift plus your down key. Okay. It will highlight it from the top to the bottom. Then Control plus C to copy. Then Control plus the up arrow. It will take you back. Then you come here. Then right click. Then you paste as what values. If you paste it as values, it's not going to reference to the other columns if you are going to delete them. If you don't paste it as values, it's always going to return an error value. Okay, so you always paste it as values. If you want to delete the column that you used to create that. Good. So now this two becomes redundant. So I can now delete them. I go here and then I hit delete. Okay. So that one is done nicely here. Alright, so let's see what else. What else? This one as well. We go through the same process to achieve that. First, you have to train it to copper it that way to achieve that. Okay, nicely done. So you have been able to achieve that one as well. So let's move on and see the verification status. You can see that the verification status, they only represented it in acronym like SZ, not V. So let's type it in full words. So what we're going to do is that we're going to use the find and replace. We come to our home. So home, then on the home ribbons, we come and then something that looks like handlings. We click here, we come here, find and replace. So what are you going to find? First of all, you are going to find what? SV. So SV, what are you going to replace SV with? Let's say SV from this one, it says what? Source verification. Verification. They will make sure that match entire cell content is what? Checked. Okay. And then you replace them all. Okay. And then what else? You could also this one. Okay, so 9,778 replacements. So and then you could also replace this one. It's not verified. Okay, so that one to see not verified, not not verified, not V. So not V means not verified, not verified. So we are replacing it with not verified. Okay, not verified. Let's replace them all. All right, and then V means verify. So whenever it sees the V, it should replace it with what verify. V means verify. V means verify. Replace all. Good. So you have been able to replace them all. Then you have to close it. So 12,338 replacement was made. So we are done with that one. We close that column as well. Good. All right. So now let's look at how to also ensure that the columns where it is dealing with currency are also properly checked. So this one is the annual income. See, we have to make sure that this one is in currency. Let's check the data type entry here. Come to column here. It is general. So since it is general, let's make sure that it is currency. Then we come here. Then we click on currency. Good. So now it has given us in terms of currency. If you want to take away the trailing zeros to, you can come here, then hit this one, and hit this one, then it gives or it takes away the trailing zeros. So this one, I have set my currency to Ghana cedis. That's the reason why I'm saying Ghana cedis. But I can also change it from here by going to more format. Then I come here and I choose the currency type that I want. Okay, I can choose from any currency type that I want. Okay, any currency type, any currency type. But for now, let me pick my own as Ghana cedis since I am a Ghanaian. Yeah, so I would like that one. And then this side too, that's the DTI. So the DTI, you check from the dictionary, you know the meaning. Okay, that's the debt to income ratio. Okay, so this one too, you see it is in the form of decimal. We can decide to change it into percentage by going to the home and then making sure that the percentage is what check. See this one, and then installments too. Let's make sure that this one is also in the currency form, in the form of currency. Okay, the data entries no more in general. Nice, and then the interest rate. Let's convert it into percentage as well. Interest rate you can pay percentage, and then loan amounts to into uh, currency. Okay, and then total amount paid as well into currency. Nice. So let's take away the trading service. Alright. But I can also decide to keep the trading service, but I just don't want to see the trading service, so I take it away. So now we have been able to, manage our way around this one. But you can see that there are some empty spaces in our data set. So we can just uh, clean this one up like this one. You select the uh, entire row, then we hit Control plus the minus sign to shift the data upwards, okay? Or you can just use the normal traditional way by deleting that row. It will automatically shift the data upwards, okay? So that is not the only one. We can also check for empty spaces in our data sets, okay? So checking the empty spaces, you can just use the count blank, okay? You can just use the count blank option to check for that one. And then also we can just use the keyboard shortcut key Control G. Then we come to the special, come to blanks. Then we hit our OK here. And then the cell will just look for the blank spaces for us. So if you look here, it is checking for the blank space. This one is a very huge data set. But this one is not going to return the total the total empty cells. Okay, it will not return the total empty cells in a numerical value. Just that it's going to show you the data It's going to show you the empty cells, only the empty cells. Okay, so let's wait for it for us. It's all right. So it has been able to 10, and then so for this one, okay, home underscore ownership. This one you have to use the find any place to fix that one. This one the R stand for rent, M O stand for mortgage, the O stand for others, and then the N stand for none. Okay, so let's go by using the find any place to also fix this one as well. All right, basically that one is also achieved. Good. So now you're going to look at how to fix the empty cells or how to make sure that our empty cells are fixed. If you're not going to remove those columns, because you can see that some of the columns are missing with uh, data entries, and then you need to also fix that one. How are you going to fix that one? So in our upcoming video, we look at how to fix or fix a missing data cell. Okay, how to fix that one. So thank you very much for getting time to watch the video. Please subscribe to this channel so that you can also make more videos of such nature. Thank you.